How's it going? Last night was the worst night in UFC history, but the best night for me in a while. Uh, First thing, I want to give a shout out to my Sigma Chi Chromie brethren for giving me a place to stay, a couch to sleep on. Second thing, I may or may not have went 0-4 in my predictions. If you didn't watch my prediction video for this, I went Arnold Allen, Derek Lewis, Song Yadong, Paddy Pimblett on everything. I got every choice wrong. So I'm going to start all of my predictions with a disclaimer. Don't put money on the shit I say. I did have one friend. He only put $1 down, thank God. I was not trying to get my head taken off because I may or may not put $5 on Paddy Pimblett. That $5 is gone, donated directly to a foreign nation with their own special interests. I'm not going to say which one, but I think you guys know. Anyways, when you look at my thought process for the choices that I made, it made sense in the moment. Arnold Allen is going to win because he's from Agartha. That makes sense. Derek Lewis is going to win because he's the people's champ. That makes sense. Song Yadong is a hungry Chinese boy who hasn't touched the belt yet. He's more hungry than Sean O'Malley. That makes sense. Paddy Pimblett was supposed to be a better fighter. And that also made sense. But in practice, it didn't really work out, did it? I actually only watched the co-main and the main event of this card. I didn't actually get to see these fights, but from what I heard, this fight was pretty close. But at some point, Gene Silva was standing on his back. So, I don't think you can recover from that, to be honest. What's next for Gene Silva? I think he does probably deserve his title shot against Diego Lopez, because Diego Lopez will spark Alexander Volkanovski out cold next Saturday. And I promise you that. Don't use me as betting advice. But you do you. It's your money. That's all I'm saying. Lock. I wish I did a little bit more research on this fight beforehand. I didn't know that Waldo Cortez Acosta, Dominican Papi, I know black, I Dominican. If I knew that, I would have picked them. I really, and I learned it the day, I learned it yesterday, or well, I guess yesterday was Saturday. I learned it on Friday. I was doom scrolling on Instagram. Tell me why I see Acosta. I know black. That shit was tough. And had I known, I would have picked him. Because, the Dominicans are the true shadow government. Everyone knows that. So, had I known, I would have switched. And I did. The finish he got, he hit him with like a walking backwards. I don't know if it was a left or a right, but walking backwards, fucking right on the chin. It was beautiful. And then he finishes him. Derek Lewis, they're not showing age, but I'm guessing this dude's probably in his like early 30s, maybe even late 20s, and Derek Lewis is pushing like 40. So, that probably should have been something I took account of, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I got that one wrong. This fight, so despite the fact that it was a co-main event, it was a 3-rounder. I thought that it was going to get switched to a 5-rounder because it was a co-main event, but that didn't happen. I'm guessing that it was probably something the fighters agreed upon, or the commission, or I don't know. I think it definitely should have been a five rounder because that was a great fight, really, really fun. Sean O'Malley pieced him up really, really good. Song Yadong didn't really go for the takedowns at all, which I thought is what he was going to go do. Keep in mind, I haven't seen a Song Yadong fight yet, so I didn't know if he was a bit of a Dagestani or if he was more of a Thai. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about China is you go towards Mongolia, you get towards like a bit closer to Dagestan, but you could also be from southern China and be a bit more closer to Thailand. So I didn't really, sorry about that. I didn't really know what part of China he was from. I'm guessing he's from that south side of China where all they do is Muay Thai. They don't really study grappling like that. So it's a little unfortunate, you know. I didn't know. That was my first Song Yadong fight that I've seen. It was a good fight. Shout out to Sean O'Malley. What's next for Sean O'Malley? I don't think he should get the title fight. I think there was a fighter who won recently that deserves the title fight before him. Let me get the rankings pulled up real quick. I think Umar probably either a Merab rematch, which that's definitely gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a Merab rematch if they're not trying to do Merab, because apparently Merab was supposed to headline the White. I saw this on like Twitter, Instagram. I don't know if it's true, but apparently like Merab and Piotr Jan were supposed to be on the White House card or something like that, and Merab said no. Again, this is some Instagram bullshit. It could not be true, but let's say Merab does want to take some time off. I think it should be Umar instead of Sean O'Malley, but they might push Sean O'Malley simply because I don't know. I think he has to have dirt on. I think this dude definitely has some dirt on Dana White, bro. I don't know what he does, but he has some power in the company, dude. For sure. Him, Alex Pereira, Peyton Talbot. Honestly, until yesterday, even someone like Paddy Pimblett, I would say, just had power. Like some of these guys, you know, like UFC they'll bend over for these dudes. So they might give him the title shot. I'm not exactly sure, but I think Umar probably deserves the title shot, and that would be an incredible fight. I would absolutely love to see Umar versus Piotr Jan. I mean, that's one of those fights that you watch and you just pull out the notebook. You pull out the notebook and you learn. You learn from a fight like that. You know what I mean? On to the main event. I really thought Paddy Pimblett was just going to be a better fighter. Like, honestly, the way that Justin Gaethje performed, and I understand MMA math doesn't make sense, and this is what I was told last night by a guy, a wise man, who picked Justin Gaethje. He said MMA math doesn't make sense, and I guess he's right, because, you know, I was comparing the Michael Chandler fights. Justin Gaethje had a tough fight with Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, who picked him apart. And I still kind of agree with that notion where that was the Paddy Pimblett we saw was not the Paddy Pimblett of the old. Paddy Pimblett against Michael Chandler looked like a world-class fighter, a worldie. He looked like they could have strapped the belt on his waist that night. You know what I mean? He was picking people apart. He was fighting smart. He countered well. He controlled on the ground. Like, he looked so good. And then he goes up against this, frankly, CTE-ridden, short bus riding stoner. And Loke, the dude just got clipped first fucking round. I mean, that uppercut would have put the lights out of anybody. Why Paddy Pimblett is trying to touch his toes against the cage in a title fight, I'm not exactly sure, but it didn't really help him, because Justin Gaethje, boom, brother. And after that uppercut, Paddy Pimblett was just focused on surviving. Like, it wasn't a fight. At that point, it was just Paddy Pimblett trying to survive. It felt like anytime Justin Gaethje connected, he would drop him. Like, obviously, Scousers don't get knocked out, but Scousers do drop on the floor at even a little bit of brain fuzz. A little bit of brain fuzz goes on. They like dropping on their butts. You know what I'm saying? They get caught one good time. They start seeing, a little bit of a flash. Let's go ahead and sit on my butt real quick. Try not to get finished. So, and good on Paddy Pimblett. He didn't get knocked out. He probably should have, the amount of Justin Gaethje hit like truck. You know what I'm saying? That's what Khabib said. So, really, Paddy Pimblett probably should have got knocked out. But, yeah, I mean, Scouser's that chin is incredible. And really, you do need a good chin when you're fighting with your chin up the whole time. I mean, on everything, I'm watching this fight. Paddy Pimblett had two main things he needed to do to win. It was put your fucking hands up, which for some reason he doesn't like doing. He loves having his hands down, which I don't blame him. Fighting with your hands down feels better. Fighting with your hands up feels robotic. Fighting with your hands down, like Alex Pereira-esque. If you watch Alex Pereira fight, dude, his hands are at his hips the whole time. And it feels good. It feels good when you're just like hitting people at range. Your hands are down. Your defense is really all head movement. It feels really good. The issue is Paddy Pimblett doesn't have the head movement. Paddy Pimblett, he has his hands down, and then his chin is presented on a platter for Justin Gaethje to put his fucking lights out. Unfortunately, Paddy Pimblett has been paying his light bill like early, because you cannot put that dude's lights out. Like, seriously, this dude, he's got some solar panels on the top of his fucking house. You know what I mean? Like he has a generator set aside. He does not. His lights don't go out. And good on him, because he really needs it the way he's fighting. Like, put your fucking hands up, for the love of God. Put your hands up. Secondly, and I understand Justin Gaethje is an American wrestler, blah, blah, blah. Why are you not going for a takedown, dude? Justin Gaethje is, frankly, horrible on the ground. I don't care about a fucking collegiate wrestling background. That's bullshit. That is fucking bullshit, dude. Especially, like, okay, he might stuff the takedown, but then you get him in your guard, you're gonna have to take a few punches, but then you might be able to, like, flip the position, get his back, and choke him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't do the takedown, pull guard against it. Shoot a shitty takedown, pull guard, get him in his guard, and do some shit from there. And I know it's risky, but against Justin Gaethje, like, I'm pretty sure if I'm on Justin Gaethje's back, I'm getting that rear naked. Like, I'm getting that rear naked off. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy Pimblett's shown he's a good... He's good. I think he has, like, 2 or 3 submission finishes in the UFC. Maybe just one. Okay, so that's a KO, which was really good. He submitted Bobby Green. He submitted this kid. Another KO. Like, he's good. Like, he has a submission game. So why are you not going for that against someone like Justin Gaethje, who historically loves to tap, bro? He tapped against Khabib. He tapped against Oliveira. And I understand those are really, really good fighters. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you got to go to the ground with someone like that. But fuck it. What happened. Yes, I went 0-4. It's a little unfortunate. But my boy Umar Nurmagomedov did win, so shout out to him on everything. I just realized this is a prelim fight. They're gonna give Sean O'Malley the fucking title shot. Oh, fuck. Sean O'Malley can do whatever he wants, dude. He could walk up to fucking Dana White, spin his hand, slap him across the face. He's getting his title shot. Still getting his title shot. And a performance bonus. Best believe that. Like, damn, dude. Looking at this one. 6-4. Holy fuck. God, this dude's almost negative. Holy shit. Yeah, so this card, this looks like a really, really good card. I don't remember what I said. I think they just added this. I didn't remember this fight. I think I went Teixeira, Fiziev, Benoit Saint-Denis, Diego Lopez. I know I went 0-4 the last time, but this is going 4-4. Now, with this guy's the bakery kid. I think they call him the Minority Slayer. This is not a nickname I gave him. This is a nickname the world gave him. So this is Quillian, the Minority Killer Sacklid. What a fuck-ass name. Anyways, I mean, he has some heat. This gets hot. Not in that way, but, like, seriously, like, he's on a crazy-ass streak. Knocked out. Do not redeem it. Knocked out. Bakery. I mean, I'm gonna go for him, I guess. So, just to recap on this 325. This dude. Oh, wait. Okay. This dude, this dude, this dude, this dude, and this dude. And that is gonna go 5 for 5. Best believe it. Other than that, that's gonna be the video for tonight. Yeah, I went 0-4. Yes, I'm a fraud. I'm sorry if I lost you money. Don't bet. Don't bet. First thing, you should never bet. Sports gambling is a bad thing. But if you are gonna gambling. I definitely got a brain bleed last night. I got my ass whooped by somebody. A couple people, actually 3 dudes consecutively kicked my ass last night. They were all riding bears, and they were straight Dagestanis who also trained in Thailand. These were some scary fighters. And, yeah, I dropped 2 of them. I grappled the bears. At some point I had a double guillotine going with 2 fucking bears. Got them, and then while I was doing the double guillotine, the last dude and his bear scratched me up real good, and eventually they ended up getting me a couple times. I had to run home. That's what happened last night. Promise. Don't fact check that. Fraud. Cool. Gonna get knocked out. Gonna get cool. Gonna get knocked out. There we go. That's all I gotta say. Have a great rest of the week. If you live in the area that I'm around, which I'm not going to leak. Stay safe. It's a little spooky out here. It's a little spooky. With the ice and all that. I'm not talking about the immigration control police. I'm talking about actual snow and ice. But also worry about the other ice too. Apparently they like shooting white people. I thought I was safe. Jokes, of course. Have a great night, y'all. Till next time, I'll see y'all in about a week. Peace. 2 time out.